Hi, meeting being recorded. Well, welcome tonight to my little class. I know that we switched days, so it may not be as crowded, but I thought since we were having so much rain here in Dallas, I don't know about where you live, that I'm ready for some flowers. So I've got some colored paper and some scissors and a glue. And I've got a skewer, which is kind of optional, but if you have one, that's awesome. So here in Texas, we have a lot of blue bonnets. I thought we might start out with a kind of a blue bonnet shape. And the first thing I'm gonna do for my blue bonnet is give it a stem, like a stalk. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. You can use a skewer, but I like using a green piece of paper because it just looks more real, I guess. Or you can just paint like a skewer green. That works too. So I'm gonna turn my camera over and show you how I do the stalk. I'm gonna take my green paper and I'm gonna fold it. They call this the hot dog way. I used to call it lengthwise, in half. Then I'm gonna, then I'm gonna cut it down the middle. There you go. So take one of the halves and put it aside for another stem. And then we're gonna use this one for the stem. I'm gonna take the skewer and kind of put it at, not like this way, but sort of a little bit off, like that. Not exactly parallel, but a little off. Take my corner and roll it. So I know a lot of kids kind of do this a little bit sideways. They just kind of go from here to here straight, but I like doing it a little bit on the diagonal. And once you get it to start on a start, it just sort of rolls by itself. And eventually you can just pull the skewer out and pull it up. A little tiny bit of glue on the end. And finish it off. You're gonna wanna hold that for a second, that glue part, to let it set. So that makes a nice stem for your flowers. All right, looking good. It's like a little straw. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do our blue bonnets, or you can make them pink bonnets, red bonnets, yellow bonnets. I'll do blue, but you can make them whatever. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna fold this lengthwise. And cut it in half. That half. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold this half in half also. And you're gonna hold this with the fold towards you. Okay, so this is the open end. And this is the folded end. The folded end is gonna face you. And we're gonna cut some fringes on the folded end. So a fringe kind of looks like that, like little, like snips. So make sure you're cutting on the folded end. Open end is away from you, folded end is towards you. They don't all have to be the same size or the same length, but you're gonna want them close together. Let me know when you've got a whole thing of fringe. Are we good on the fringe?
I'm not quite there.
Okay, good, thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
A little slow.
No worries. I always go faster. So like I have to like teach myself, wait for people.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. And then when you're done with the fringe, you just open it up. And you'll hopefully have two edges that are together, and then all of the middle is all fringed up, right? And what we're gonna do is we're going to we're gonna essentially turn it inside out. So we opened it up like this and it kind of sits like this. So we're gonna wanna fold it the opposite way. It's like you turn it over. So it's like this direction. And then we're gonna fold it the opposite way. We're gonna glue these two ends together right here. So I'm gonna put a line of glue right here. And it's a little tricky getting these to stick. I'm gonna just hold it for a sec at every interval so that it sticks. And they make sort of this kind of loop. Get back there. you've got this kind of loopy thing. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our stalk and we're going to wrap it around the stalk. So I'm going to put some glue down here, but I want to show you how to do it first. We're going to start at the top and then kind of go in a diagonal all around the stalk. Here, I'll put the glue on. Put some glue on the whole bottom here. Not a lot, just a little line. And again, we're gonna start kind of on a diagonal. You don't wanna start straight because we're not gonna wrap continuously. You want it to go down the stalk. So start on a diagonal, like that. Roll. Roll around, and then you just keep rolling. Keeping it tight is a challenge. You see how it's starting to go down the stem? Get to the end, I'm going to put a little dot there just to get it to stay. Okay. Oh, so there you go. And it's cute to make a bunch of these in different colors and put them all together. Let's see, I made this one earlier, it's the same color. If you put a whole bunch together and you put it in a vase, they're really pretty. They're really pretty. Kind of fluff them out a little bit. So there you go. Cute?
Very cute.
Yeah, they're cute. They're really cute. You can make like a rainbow color and a bunch of them in rainbow colors. Oh, it's a pink one. Cute.
Too.
You made a pink one too? Oh man, I gotta make a pink one later. make like a bunch of rainbow ones. They're real, it's so cute to do that. I saw that somewhere and I'm just like, I need to do that. All right, let's start another one. Does everybody have like a yellow? Maybe, or if you have a yellow, do yellow, but then you can really use any color. We're gonna do one that has like a flower with a center to it. And I always like making the center yellow because it kind of makes me, I don't know. I see a lot of flowers with yellow centers. So I think I'm gonna start with the yellow for the center here. And we're gonna do the center of this flower the same way we did the loopy part on here, except instead of rolling it in a diagonal, we're gonna roll it just in a circle. So we're gonna start the same way, folded lengthwise. Give it a cut. You can even have a white center. That might be pretty.
Hey, Susan, our paper is like patterned kind of on one side and not the other. So should we put the color like when we fold it on the inside?
You know, you might want to use the pattern paper you might want to use the pattern paper for the petals.
Okay.
That might be pretty. So this is for the center. This is for like the middle of the flower. Then we're going to have a middle. Here, I'll show you how this works. We're going to have like a middle, and then we're going to have like the flower part, like the petals. So you might want to use a plain paper for the middle and like a pattern paper for the flower.
Okay.
That might be pretty.
Thank you.
I want to see how that turns out. Thanks for asking. All right, I'm gonna do my half, and then the half a page, I'm gonna fold that again. Make sure the fold points towards you. The open side is away from your body. And do the snips all the way down.
And then do we glue it again the same way?
Now I'm trying to think. Glue it. No, we don't have to. You know what we're going to do this time? We don't have to turn it inside out. I'm going to glue mine together. I'm going to put a line here on the inside and just pop it down. And then I'm going to put another line on the outside at the bottom, and we're going to roll it up. So instead of doing on a diagonal, we're just going to roll it straight across. Let me start that a little better. So you end up with like a little chef's hat sort of thing. I'm gonna fluff mine out a little bit. Give it a little fluff. So that's gonna be the middle. And then we're gonna do some petals. Let me know when you've got this. That's the center. What color petals should we make? Red? Pink? Purple? I can't decide. I think red. Try it. So I have a 8.5 by 11 colored paper, but when we do these types of, when we do these petals, we're gonna need a square instead of a rectangle. So the way I make my squares is I'm gonna fold this way and fold this way. So fold your paper in fourths. And I'm gonna cut on the folds, which gives me 4 rectangles, I realize, but I'll make them into squares shortly. So now I've got 4 rectangles, which I don't want. Now to make your rectangle into a square, all you need to do is take one of the corners and fold it down to the bottom. So here, till it reaches the bottom. And then you cut this extra part off. Now, if you already have a square piece of paper, you're better off, but most paper doesn't come in squares.
But we want them kind of small like that?
Yeah, so they're gonna be kind of small. Maybe, I don't know, 3 by 3 or 4 by 4, something like that. So now you've got 4 square pieces of paper. All right, we good?
Yep.
That's up to me. Okay, so you notice that they have kind of a diagonal on there already. So we're gonna fold it into a triangle. We'll just do one at a time. Okay, so we're gonna fold into a triangle, and we're gonna do 3 triangle folds. So that's 1, And then we'll do the two long sides together. So
okay, and if we do have printed paper on one side, should it be folded inside or out, the print?
It's not gonna matter.
Okay.
Man, I need to do one of these with printed paper. That sounds cool. And then again, your two long sides of your triangle together, these long points. So we folded it 3 times into a triangle. Getting pretty tiny. Okay, so you're gonna wanna hold it so that there's an open part right here, and then there's a kind of a closed up part right here, you'll see. So you're gonna wanna hold it so the closed up part is towards your body. This is a closed up part, and this is like an open edge. You'll see the folds. You won't see folds down here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a pen or a marker or, I don't know, pencil or something like that. And we're gonna make kind of a petal shape on it. So I'll show you how I make mine. Kind of like a flower petal shape. That's not exactly right. Let's try. There we go. Kind of like that with a little edge on it. I am not totally happy with that, but you get the idea. I'm gonna go down a little more. It's like a flower, looks like a flower petal shape. And we're gonna cut that out while it's still folded. Kind of looks like a little, what does that look like? Like a little person. And then you're gonna cut the tip off, just the little tip right here, where my finger, the part where that part that was towards your body, just that little tip off. And when you open that up, you should have something that looks kind of like that. I wish my petals were a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll do it better the next time. So we're gonna do a couple of these. You're gonna use all of your squares. I'm gonna try this one a little bit, get my petal a little bit more attractive. We're gonna do triangle, triangle, and the long sides, triangle. This is the folded side. I'm gonna make a little bit thicker petals. That's more like what I was looking for last time, kind of like that. And I'm going to cut off the little tip there. Oops. Oh my goodness. I just got this right in my computer. Okay. We'll get that later. Open that up. That looks a little better. Not too happy with this petal right here. Do a little surgery on that one. Now, if you want to get very fancy, you can kind of run your nail down the middle of these and make them sort of a little bent in. What's going to happen is this is going to go in the center, and then it looks kind of like that. And I like to kind of stagger my petals. There you go. So let's do the other two. Triangle, 2 long sides. Two long sides. I'm going to do that fancy thing where I'm going to run my fingernail down the center of each petal. Makes it kind of curl up a little bit more realistic. Again, close down towards you, open and up. Cut the tip off. Open it up. Give each petal a little crease or a little curl. I think that turned out pretty nice. Now you can leave them like this. You can just set them down. You can glue them to a skewer. You can glue a skewer on the back. If you have a little extra, you can kind of move it down a little bit. You can make another one of those. You can make another one of those green stems and glue that onto it. There's all kinds of ways you can finish that off. I may make a stem for mine. I'll remind you how to roll that stem up like this. So if I let that sit, or if I move it up a little, maybe I'll move it up a little. If I were to make this again, I might make the center a little bit shorter, but I still like it.
There's mine.
Oh my gosh, look at you, Karen.
Oh, fun.
That's pretty.
Thank you. You probably can't see, but the petals are it's patterned. And
oh yeah. Oh, did you use the pattern paper? Great idea.
Yeah. So fun. Very fun.
You want to make one more?
Yeah.
All right, I'll show you one more. This is kind of like.
Time.
I don't know what they're doing over there. What are you guys doing over there? There's my little puppy flower. I'll put that over here. The last one I want to show you is kind of like a rose. What color rose should I make? Maybe purple. Maybe I'll make a purple rose. That sounds nice. I'm going with purple rose today. Get myself back here. Okay, so for this, we're going to do something very similar to what we did before in terms of getting the squares and then folding them into a triangle, but then we're going to do something a little different with it. So we're going to take our piece of paper, we're going to fold it in half one way, fold it in half the other way, just so we can get 4 pieces. And if you have a square piece of paper, you're in luck. If you don't, we'll make it that way. I'm going to stack all of my rectangles. Then I'm going to take this corner, bring it down to the bottom. Cut this excess off so I can have 4 squares. Okay, so we're going to do pretty much the same thing, except we're going to do a different kind of petal because a rose looks a little bit different than whatever that was. So we'll do the same thing. We'll fold it into a triangle. Two long ends together, again, another triangle. Two long ends together, another triangle. All right, so I'm gonna hold that triangle with that folded end towards me and the open end away from me. So instead of doing a smaller petal, I'm going to just do like a kind of like an ice cream cone top. something like that. That's going to be like the top of the petal. So it's going to look kind of like an ice cream cone. And I'm not going to cut the bottom off. I'm not going to cut the tip. And then when you open that up, it has more of a flower look to it. So we're going to make 4 of these. If you missed it the first time, you get 3 more chances. 2 long ends together. Two long ends together. You can trace the other one, or you can just kind of guesstimate it. A little ice cream cone top. Two. So let me know when you've got 4 of these. I may go a little faster, sorry.
I've got 4.
You got 4? Oh, you're faster than me.
For one.
All right, so I've got 4 of these flowers, rose flowers. And what we're going to do is we are going to take one of these and we are going to cut out a single section. Like, it's like cutting one little petal, like that. Maybe more like that. Okay. Cut out one single petal from that one. And then we're going to take the next one, we're going to cut out a double petal. So there'll be 2 out of this one. And keep what you cut out. Keep this little piece here. So that's going to be 2 petals out of this one. You guessed it, 3 petals out of this one. 1, 2, 3. And 4, which would mean you'd be cutting it in half. One out of that one, 2 out of this one, 3 out of this one, and 4 from that one. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your biggest one, the one with the 1 cut out on it. You're gonna put a little glue on the adjacent petal. And we're gonna just fold it over. Do the same thing with this one. Little glue on there. And then this petal goes on top of this petal. It makes like a little cup. I kind of like to bend these out a little bit. Curl them out, bend them out a little. And these are all going to nest inside each other. So I'm going to put a little glue in the middle there. And that one, the smaller one, nests inside the bigger one. Go to the next one, the next size. And they're getting pretty tiny after that. One just has 3 little petals. I find this very relaxing because there's so much repetition, you know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this other one out. I'm gonna do the one that has just 2 little sections. This one I think I'm gonna roll up kind of tight like the center of a rose would be. There you go. So a couple ways you can finish that off. You can stick a skewer down the center, so it comes out the other end. So you're going to end up, you know, like with this. You can use a pipe cleaner, or you can just leave it like this without the stem. And you can put it like on another piece of paper. You can put it like on top of a gift. And you can do that to any of these flowers too. You can put them on top of a gift. So I've stuck a skewer through the middle of this one, and then if you just put a little tape or glue on the bottom there, then it would hold that up too. This one's not quite as finished as this one is. So there you go.
Oh, very fun.
That's pretty, Karen. You're good at this.
I love paper and glue and scissors, all of that stuff. So yeah, this is very fun.
Good. Oh, check it out.
Oh, wow. Ooh,
It's
so
beautiful.
pretty.
Oh, I like it with pattern paper. Yeah, I really like it with pattern paper. Got that one. I'm liking my little blue bonnet thing happening here. Oh, what did I do to this one? Oh yeah, oh, that one looks pretty nice too. So you make like a little bouquet going on.
Yeah, very, very fun.
Good, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Keep going on stuff. I love when people make stuff. I really like that pattern one. I'm gonna need to do that next time. I do, yeah, check that. I like that pattern flower. And it's kind of neat the way you've got like a solid and a pattern and a solid. And that's
Oh, yeah.
that was really cool. Thanks for that
Very
inspiration.
Nice. You're welcome.
Well, friends, if you ever have any ideas for funky things you want to do, just let me know because I'm pretty open to suggestions. And stay cool this summer. I am busy with art camp, and I'm also getting together Carly. I'm also getting together a online membership for the fall. So pretty excited about that. It's gonna be for kids, but there's gonna be an adult component to it because grown-ups deserve some art time also, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so I'll let you know when that's up and about. And thanks for joining me tonight. Had a good time.
Susan, can you email it to me? Can you email me this Zoom? Because we missed some of it.
Oh, sure.
Is that
yeah.
easy? Okay. Perfect.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up on my YouTube channel, and I'll send you
perfect.
a link for that. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Susan.
Thanks.
Thank
Good night,
you.
friend.
Bye.
Lots of fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.